I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
What's up everybody? You asked for it, so we are doing part 2 of modding vanilla Skyrim, only this time we are covering all of the core features that I am adding in my vanilla game. We are going to include mods that enhance the crafting, the magic, the enhancing, combat, or even everybody's favorite word, immersion. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let's start with the main mods. I'm going to add Legacy of the Dragonborn. Legacy of the Dragonborn was a mod I was avoiding like the plague because I was afraid of it breaking my game. It's one of those mods that came out 1 year after Skyrim's release, if I remember correctly, and for the first years it was an extremely buggy mess. I've been playing with Legacy of the Dragonborn over the past few months and I have to tell you guys, it is an amazing mod, it enhances everything. Let's speak about what Legacy of the Dragonborn adds. It adds a new profession, which is you excavating fossils like you're playing Pokemon, and you even have your own talent tree. It also does something I really enjoy, and it activates achievements in a more creative way. Every time you are going to find a unique item, you have your own museum which you can actually fill it up. I don't like achievements when it comes to games, I think they are lazy and boring, but I think Legacy of the Dragonborn does it in a very good way, because the more you will be clearing Skyrim, the more you will be filling your museum, and more people will visit. You get your own home with this in Solitude. It adds many unique weapons. I honestly don't believe when Bethesda remakes Skyrim, which I know it sounds funny, but I think they're gonna do it at some point, guys. They need to include something like this. The best mod you will find in this video. I could talk about it for days, and you guys were so right telling me to try this mod out because I was missing out. Next we are adding, in similar fashion with Legacy of the Dragonborn, some extra content. We're starting with the Oblivion artifact pack, which is going to add artifacts that you know and love all the way from Oblivion, including armor pieces, and some of them they look amazing. It enhances the enemies of Skyrim, it enhances the loot, which is a lot, and enhances my most favorite part, exploration. And one of my most favorite things when it comes to Skyrim is finding those cool weapons and armors and trying them out, having my character look like a freshly leveled paladin in World of Warcraft. Then we're going to add artifacts, how you pronounce this, I have no idea. This man is a legend because he grabs uniques and it gives them the appearance they deserve. Items like the Prelate's Dagger or the Rock Splinter or the Glass Bow of the Stag Prince. Items that never had a unique appearance. This mod is going to grab all of the unique weapons, mostly the minor ones that have the same appearance with the vanilla item, like the various unique ghost plates. I have 2 more mods before we move up to the crafting overhauls. We have the armor variants expansion. This is going to grab the vanilla armors, or should I say the vanilla assets, and it's going to expand it into hundreds of armors. Vanilla is great and it has a big selection of armors, but when you're fighting the bandits who wear the same exact set, or when you're fighting mercenaries who are always wearing the steel armor, it feels kinda redundant. So with this, every single enemy you will find now, including the Falsworn, will feel different. A clever way to enhance the enemies of Skyrim is not adding 10 different mods to enhance them and make them look different, is to change what they wear. And this is what it does by adding so many amazing armors, some of which are my most favorite, like the Elven helmet that looks like an Aigild crown. There are so many amazing and cool sets with this, you'll always have something cool to find that you haven't found before. And lastly we have Biggie Traits. This is going to let you, from the beginning of the game, to select 2 traits. If you are not familiar with traits, plays in similar fashion with Fallout New Vegas, you will be able to change your playstyle of your character by choosing pluses and minuses when it comes to your class. You might like the idea of having 2 extra summons every time you are using a duration, but they are lasting way less now. Or maybe you like the idea of playing Skyrim as a pacifist. This is going to make you stronger the less you are using weapons or you are killing enemies. There are so many different playstyles with this. I can't believe we've waited 15 years for a mod like this to come out. I haven't seen anything that introduces traits when it comes to Skyrim, and this is absolutely amazing to have. There is over 30 traits for you to select. I think more people need to try this out when they play Skyrim. Now let's move to the cool stuff, the crafting. I was playing the Oblivion remake and I realized when it comes to crafting how much of a dwarf Oblivion is compared to Skyrim. But again, Skyrim, it has has its issues, and I think we will expand the crafting when it comes to it. Starting with complete alchemy and cooking overhaul. This is going to expand alchemy and cooking. No longer cooking will feel redundant and boring, but it's something that you might want to look out if you want to get cool buffs, and maybe if you're playing on survival, which we're going to cover later on. This is going to also change the crafting when it comes to alchemy. It's going to add so many new recipes, new poisons to play around if you like the rock approach. It's going to change how gathering works. You will be able to find way more ingredients, and it's going to also nerf the economy when it comes to alchemy. This mod does a lot of things, but as the mod implies, it completes the crafting when it comes to alchemy and cooking. We have something similar to that is called Ars Metallica. Metallica used to be one of my most favorite bands back when I was in prison, but you know what I like more nowadays? Crafting metal armors in Skyrim. Because we don't have enough of that, and Ars Metallica is going to give you hundreds of new recipes of crafting different armors, even lockpicks, anything you can imagine, even arrows. This does it all. It's an amazing mod. Every time you play Skyrim, you should include this on your mod list. It's a fantastic mod, and it's going to add so much more to the crafting of Skyrim. And lastly, we have Bandolier, which is going to give you the ability to craft your own bags and pockets that can be placed on front of your character or your waist to increase your carry weight. It adds up to the immersion of the game. I always hate having to deal with carry weight in the Bethesda game, so this is kind of a solution, but also in an immersive way because you are the one crafting those. And again, this is such a cool mod, which brings me the question, why the Dragonborn could never craft his own bags? Like, what year is this? That's why we need Bandolier, an amazing mod to have. Next, let's move to the magic of Skyrim and let's improve that. I'm going to add my most two favorite new spell mods. The first is an old one, the second is a newer one. We are starting with Mysticism. Mysticism is a magic mod that it adds spells that play in a similar fashion of what you remember from Oblivion and Morrowind, aka much more old school type of spells. You will be able to unlock chests, cast a various selection of spells from offensive, spells that will give you invisibility. It will unlock so many more play styles because unlike the other magic mods, Mysticism focuses on the Elder Scrolls lore in a way to make Skyrim feel much more immersive. And you want to combine this with Lost Grimoire. Lost Grimoire is a mod that came out very recently and it has conquered the Nexus for a good reason. With this mod, you will be able to conjure your own shields and armors. You will be able to use some of the coolest distraction spells I've seen. Even restoration will feel viable with this mod because you will be able to drain your opponent's magicka or health. And this mod gives you so much more, including a brand new selection of summons. And you want to add a cherry on top, my most favorite illusion spell, Overhaul, the Immersive illusion spell, which is going to grab specifically the illusion spells and it's going to give you around 20 new spells, from being a master of illusion and mind controlling your opponent, or even creating illusions of your opponent, or making it controlling their emotions much more fun to use. And combined with the other two mods, Skyrim will not feel the same. Lastly, let's fix enchanting with two mods. We have the Summermyst and have Maturgy. Both of those two mods are adding crazy amount of new enchants for you to use. Every time you will kill one of your enemies and you loot them, you realize, oh wait, is that a new enchant? All of those new effects are amazing to what they do. There is even enchants that make you jump higher. There is enchants that make it where your first power attack deals more damage. There is enchants that make you summon ghosts to fight for you when combat starts. It adds so much, and I believe enchanting when it comes to Skyrim is a little bit lacking. Doesn't matter if you're playing a fighter or a wizard or a stealth archer, you will always have new enchants for you to try compared to the boring selection of enchants we had in the vanilla game. For combat, I am using Conduit. Conduit is a mod that lets you apply magic effects to your sword. Every time you're going to equip a sword or a mace on your right hand, you will be able to use what spell you have locked on your left to imbue it with the weapon and cause extra damage. damage. If you are using a flame spell on your left hand, you will be able to enhance your sword to deal extra fire damage that applies for every single magic effect in the game, and the higher spell you have, the stronger your weapons are. I always like to play like Gandalf, who is able to also fight while also use spells, so Conduit is one of the coolest, most badass mods when it comes to that. Next we're using Skyrim Overhaul, and this is the best Overhaul when it comes to Skyrim. In order to install this mod, you will require to install a bunch of other mods like the locational damage. After you're done installing this, which is super easy, archery will never feel the same. It will rebalance archery, it will make it where you can now craft your own arrows, it will overhaul how quivers work and how of course the enemy's arrows lie now. Archery will feel way more immersive and realistic with this, and it enhances how you play when it comes to using bows. I cannot play Skyrim without using this mod. When it comes to combat, we're using the MLU. This is going to change how loot works in Skyrim to make it way more dynamic. You might sometimes find nothing when it comes to low level areas. This randomizes the loot and makes it dynamic when it comes to the enemies you fight and the type of area you are clearing. The higher level area, the more rewards. So if you want to go as a low level and clear high level areas, you will get rewarded from this. MLU is an amazing mod to have, and I cannot suggest it more. Closing the video, we have the immersion type of mods that add things to the game and fixes some of the stuff. Do them super fast to make this video short. We have Bookem, came few years ago, but what Bookem does, it grabs every single mod that you knew that overhauls books and combines it in a single mod. With this mod, when it comes to learning spells for instance, it will take some time. You will not learn spells instantly. If you want to learn a new destruction spell and your skill is too low, you will visually see your character reading the book, which you can customize all of those settings in the mod configuration, and you will slowly learn and advance through magic. It's gonna make all of the unread books glow. It's going to make it where you cannot read the black books unless you finish some of the quests when it comes to Skyrim. It fixes the role-playing elements. It also adds so many features with a single mod, and this mod again does it all. Then we have the guard dialogue Overhaul Redux.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman? Some advice, friend. That armor won't offer much protection in a real... You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords. I heard the gourmet's hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook? As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about. My heart goes out to Clan Shattershield. Kin murdered, family warhammer stolen. There's no fairness in all that. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Which is going to grab every single guard and it will increase their dialogue. Give it way more immersion, way more choices depending on what you do. And if you love the guards from the original Skyrim, you're gonna love what this mod does because it adds so much to the game. Now guards will have way more things to say to you, they will have much more character, and they will influence how they walk around or act when the Dragonborn approaches. Then we have C.O.I.N. C.O.I.N is a mod that is going to give a bunch of different currencies. Doesn't make sense. We only find and trade septims in Skyrim. There are so many different type of coins. I mean, given that the Empire is trying to control Skyrim, why will the Nords who are fighting against them use septims? This makes it where there is a bunch of new currencies. Currencies you can find in Apocrypha, which is ancient coins, or coins you can find killing Falmer, or different variations of gold. You can select all of those and sell it to vendors for different prices. It adds more to the immersion, it makes it way more realistic, and it gives you another way to make gold or loot cool stuff when it comes to your travels. It never makes sense why a farmer will carry septims in the first place and not some ancient coins he had a long time ago. And next I want to try and cover the survival stuff. Myself included, I am using the survival mode from the Creation Club, and I'm planning to make a video where we are replacing every single Creation Club item with the Nexus, but that will have to wait. For now, if you want to use a survival mode, usually use SunHelm. SunHelm is going to make it where you will will now require to eat, drink, and sleep when it comes to your travels. You will require to wear clothes depending on the environment. If you go and climb higher author wearing nothing, bad things will happen to you. If you spend too much time not drinking or not eating, your character will starve and he will start losing stats and getting negative effects. This adds so much more to the immersion of Skyrim, and you want to combine this with Skyrim Wayshrines, which, similar to Oblivion or the Elder Scrolls Online, it is going to add over 20 Wayshrines scattered around through Skyrim for you to access, which you can use to teleport through different areas. If you're someone like me and you're playing on survival difficulty, which means fast travel is disabled, this mod is amazing to have and it's going to make the Skyrim world feel way much better. That was all of the mods I wanted to cover. If you think that I haven't covered something you like about Skyrim, you can comment it down below the video so I can actually read it. I always love to hear your feedback. That was the video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and until next time, happy modding.